program is one of a series which accompanies the General Electric LM2500 instructions for the replacement of the compressor inlet temperature sensor, and is designed as a supplement to the printed work package found in the maintenance manual. Aft looking forward, the compressor inlet temperature, or CIT sensor, is located on the compressor front frame at approximately the 7 o'clock position. The CIT sensor is mounted between the second and third strut on the compressor front frame of the marine model of the LM2500 gas turbine. The fuel filter also is involved in this procedure. Aft looking forward, the fuel filter is located on the right side of the fuel pump at the 6 o'clock position. Before beginning work on the CIT sensor, first remove the drain plug from the bottom of the fuel filter. Allow the fuel to drain into a plastic container positioned underneath the engine. Unscrew the drain plug from the fuel filter. Then remove and discard the O-ring from the drain plug. Moving toward the front of the engine, disconnect the tube clamps adjacent to the CIT sensor in order to facilitate the removal of the sensor. Next, disconnect the CIT sensor fuel signal tube. This is labeled P6. The sensor fuel return tube, labeled PB, also is to be disconnected from the CIT sensor. Now, remove the 4 bolts and the 4 washers, which hold the CIT sensor in place in the compressor front frame. Remove the CIT sensor from the gas turbine, exercising care to prevent damage to the helium-filled sensor protruding into the frame. Remove the gasket from between the sensor and the frame and discard it. Cap the CIT sensor fittings with plastic caps and install a protective cover over the sensor probe. The removal of the CIT sensor is complete. Before installing the new sensor, position a new gasket between the compressor front frame and the CIT sensor. Then attach the sensor to the pad with 4 bolts and 4 washers. Torque the bolts to 24 to 27 inch-pounds. Then Safety wire the bolts to each other, 2 on each side. Next, connect the P6 CIT sensor fuel signal tube to the CIT sensor. Do the same with the PB CIT sensor return tube. Torque both couplings to 270 to 300 inch-pounds. Then, connect the tube clamps that were loosened during the sensor removal. Torque these clamp bolts to 24 to 27 inch-pounds. Now lubricate a new O-ring and install it onto the drain plug which had been taken from the fuel filter. Install the drain plug with the new O-ring into the fuel filter. Torque the drain plug to 40 to 65 inch-pounds. Safety wire the plug to the small screw also found on the bottom of the fuel filter. This completes the replacement of the CIT sensor. The reduced power check now may be performed. For a review of these procedures, refer to the work package in the maintenance manual for the marine model of the General Electric LM2500 gas turbine.